my name is Scott Waters. Welcome to NoLifeTilMetal. Going to be doing a NoLifeTilMetal graphics update today. Got vinyl, got CDs, mostly metal stuff today. So I'm going to get right into it. First of all, this is one I showed before, but I'm going to show it again because it has a little extra that it didn't have before. So this is the Ultimatum Into the Pit, which of course is my band from back in the 90s and 2000s. But this is was our fourth album, Into the Pit, and this album was recently reissued by Retroactive Records, and with bonus tracks. It's got a bunch of alternative takes and pre-production tracks and demo tracks on there, but it came out real nice. Sound quality is superb. Robert Caldwell from Boundwork Sound did the remastering. It's just fantastic. But the CD now comes with this nice collector's card, and I'm sure if you've seen any of my NoLifeTilMetal update videos, you've seen these cards from several of the Girder Music and Retroactive Records releases. So they've ended up printing a bunch of these to put inside the Into the Pit CDs. So I just thought I'd show that. But here's the front. Here's the back. And this is number 19 in the silver CD series. And I have two fully autographed copies just like this one here. If anybody's interested, leave a message below or PM me or email me, ultimetal@yahoo.com, and let me know if you're interested. I do have 2 or 3 totally autographed copies with the card inside for sale if you're interested. Okay, so sales stuff aside. Next up, this one is Girder Music. And I think I might have showed the CD before, but I'll show it again because I have the CD and the vinyl this time. But this is One Bad Pig, 1989 release. This is kind of rides the fence between hard rock, metal, and punk. I'd call them a punk band, but whatever. And this is the re-released CD and the re-released vinyl. It has a 12-page booklet. It's got lots of photos and liner notes and lyrics, and it came out really nice. I'm really happy with it. The cover has been slightly altered from the original. I will show you that in a second when I show you the vinyl. But here is the CD, and as you can see, there's lots of graphics and lyrics and whatnot in this booklet. So very cool. Been a One Bad Pig fan myself. Saw them on this particular tour, and oddly enough, at a volleyball court in Albuquerque. They played an outdoor show at a volleyball court. It was really good. I can't remember, there's another punk band that opened for him. I can't remember who it was right now. Just not coming to me. Anyhow, this one too comes with one of the collector's cards. This is number 3 in the Silver Disc series. And again, you can see all these cards are very nice with the full color and the silver foil stamping and picture of the album on the back. So those are available at Girder Music, and yeah, I'm really happy with the layout and the cover. But let me go ahead and show you the vinyl for these, because the vinyl came out really nice. All right, so here's the vinyl. Like I said, I'm really happy with how this came out. Looks fantastic. There's the back, and then the inner sleeve, which I've taken my vinyl out of, but this is actually a printed inner sleeve. Again, you can see the pig in the background, lyrics, liner notes, whatnot. Available on 2 different colors of vinyl. This one happens to be on a hot pink. The custom center labels. The sound is fantastic. This too has been remastered, and it just sounds incredible. I compared it to the original. It's just a much fuller sound. It seems to have a little wider range. But anyhow, let me show you the original cover. So here's the original cover. And here's my reissue cover. Can you see the difference? I added the pig to the front. Why is the pig not on the front? The pig is on the front of every other One Bad Pig album except for this one. For some reason it's on the back only on this one. So you get a little picture of the band and the pig on the back. I made the picture of the band much bigger and put the pig on the front where he belongs. So yeah, it came out really nice, and people seem to be liking the slight modification to the cover. So yeah, again, it's available in pink. You can see the little pink hype sticker down here, or this kind of lime green color, and you can see the little lime green sticker on here. So, yep, again, really happy with how those came out. Definitely a nice reissue from Girder Music. Okay, next up we've got Rocks Records. They have just reissued the very obscure Pennsylvania Thrasher album from Thresher, Totally Possessed. This thing is a monster. I love this album. I've had it on cassette since it came out, which I believe it was released in like 1989 or 1988, somewhere in that area. And yeah, it was never released on any other format. Unless you bought the, in 2009, I think it was, Retroactive, Rocks Records put out their second album on CD, and the first 100 copies came with a bonus disc with this album on it. But it had never been released on officially on CD, and it's never been released on vinyl. So anyhow, managed to be able to get with the original artist who painted this original painting, so the cover is superb. I didn't have to blow up a cassette cover, thankfully. So yeah, we have the original cover on here. Oddly enough, and I didn't know this until I received the art, the Totally Possessed down here and the Thresher logo was actually painted on the original painting. So I did end up removing it anyhow. I removed it off the painting and then I cleaned it up and put it back with a little bit of a drop shadow to make it pop a little bit. But the Totally Possessed is exactly the way it was in the painting. Back cover. First 50 pre-orders came with this little round sticker, which is nice. There is an insert as well. It is on black vinyl. So let me show you the insert. There's the insert, lyrics, side A, side B, and all the liner notes. Worked directly with the drummer, whose name is Dave. What is his last name here? I'm sorry, Jeff. Dave was the bass player. Jeff Newman. He worked directly with him on most of this, and Jeff was really helpful in, you know, helping me make sure the lyrics were correct and proofreading and finding decent photos of the band, because there were just not a lot of photos of this band out there. So this is a very stylized photo of the band, but it's still a very cool photo. They just didn't do a whole lot of photos back then for some reason. They didn't have a whole lot available, so I had to use what I had, and what I had came out nice. Oh, I forgot to show you the record itself. Do come in black polyline sleeve. And again, it's on a black vinyl. And like all Rocks records, the Rocks logo on one side, and a custom center label on the other side. This has been remastered as well. We had a good source on these, thankfully, dealing with the, you know, since we got from the original, from the band, rather than having to go and, you know, find somebody's old cassette tape that's been played a million times and is stretched and worked and has to be pitch corrected, and you know, we didn't have to deal with all that, thankfully. There's only 100 copies of these made, so this is part of Rocks has a new series called the Rocks 100 series. You can see the little logo on the bottom down here. So the Rocks 100 Collectors series, see on the bottom corner down there, that's that little logo. So they're doing these more obscure releases, like demos and just more obscure releases from bands in the 80s and 90s, and they're only doing 100 copies of each. So this one is already sold out. It just came out. However, they ended up getting just slightly over 100. I think they got like 110 copies. So what I've been told is once they get all the pre-orders out and all the orders from the distributors who requested copies, they may have 3 or 4 copies left over. So on rocksrecords.com, they're going to put those last 3 or 4 copies up for sale, which will happen very soon, if not already. So if you're interested, look on rocksrecords.com. That one too came out on CD. And I haven't even popped it open yet, so I'm going to pop it open now. We're going to do a little reveal of the CD itself. I haven't actually seen it yet. So there's the CD and the inside cover, again with that cool stylized photo of the band. And then here's the insert. Again, lots of lyrics and liner notes. This is an 8-page booklet. The CD looks really nice, printed nice and bright. It's got the little warrior with the lightning hitting a shield on there, and underneath. So yeah, very cool. Like I said, Pennsylvania Thrash Metal, 1989 I think it was, or 88. Brand new CD vinyl reissue from Rocks Records, rocksrecords.com if you're interested in that one. As well, their second album, which I believe was recorded in like 1990 or 1991, but wasn't actually ever released. The band never released it until about 2009 on CD only, but it's been remastered and released on vinyl. This is Here I Am. So if you look on Discogs, for example, it'll say the release was 2009, but the album was recorded as a follow-up to Totally Possessed. And I should also mention that Totally Possessed has a bonus track. It's got a demo version of what's the song called? I can't remember the name of the song. My Reality. That song did show up on this album under a different name called Sanctuary. So the last song on that album is pretty much the same as the first song on this album, except obviously different recordings and different titles. And but anyhow, Here I Am. This one was recorded in 1990. Again, finding photos of the band was difficult, but they did have this one nice promo photo that they hooked me up with. Gave it a little sepia tone look. Kind of gave it the same glow as the front cover. Again, this is part of that Rocks 100 series. So only 100 vinyl copies pressed. I think there was 200 or 300 CDs pressed. Those are still available on roxrecords.com. There's the cover, and then the insert. So you got your lyric insert. You kind of see that ghostly looking female behind the lyrics there, and then some liner notes and another picture of the band. So at times these guys were a 3-piece, at times they were a 4-piece, so they were kind of all over the map. But they actually list 5 members, because that's it ended up playing on this one. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members. So you've got J. Mark Buchanan on vocals and guitar, Rod Ron on guitars, Dave Kurtz on bass, Greg Yarborough on drums, and Jeff Newman on drums. So Jeff Newman played on about half the tracks on this, and then the other drummer Greg played on the other half. And you'll see a little asterisk next to Jeff's name. So the tracks that have an asterisk next to the title, those are the tracks he played on. Again, black vinyl. It's thrash metal. It needs to be black vinyl. Thrash metal, speed metal, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So here is the custom center label. I find it amusing that the center hole is right in the girl's mouth. I don't know if anybody else finds that amusing or not, but I do. And I like all the Rocks records. There's a big Rocks logo on the B side. So yeah, I'm really happy with how both those came out. Very, very solid thrash speed metal. Hard to say which one I like better. I probably like Apocalypse, Totally Possessed better, just because I had that one longer and it was my first exposure to the band, and I didn't get to hear this one until almost 2009, so it would have been 20 years after the fact. So, and anyhow, also they got the CD here. Where is the CD? Right here. Again, I haven't even opened it yet. I just got these in the mail last night, but I did play the vinyl on both of them while I was working last night. Gonna pop these things open. Check out this CD. Front, back. Again, although a much larger hole on the mouth here. And there she is again. Goes in the back behind the CD. Kind of a creepy photo. And anyhow, again, you got the same liner notes. There's the other band photo and the lyrics. Again, another 8-page booklet, full color, great sound, remastered. Roxrecords.com. Really happy with how the graphics came out on this one. So there you go. All right, next up, where are we here? I got a couple more from Rocks. Let's show you. There's a couple of Rocks CDs here that don't have vinyl to them. These were actually released on vinyl a year or two ago. So this is the third album from Vengeance Rising. A lot of people refer to it as Roger Rising because the original band members had left and Roger was by himself on this one. So, but regardless, this is a gold disc edition of Destruction Comes. Gold disc edition. So here is, like all the gold discs, there is, the front cover has the gold banner, but if you prefer to have the full cover, you can just flip it over and it has the full cover. There is the gold disc itself. which matches the first two. So Human Sacrifice and Once Dead were both released on gold discs. And then the third album, Destruction Comes. And then it does have I believe this one has might have an 8 or 12 page booklet, I can't remember now. I think it's 12 pages in this one. Yeah, because it's got lots of photos. There's a picture of Roger himself right there, Roger Martinez, who wrote all the songs on this and played most of the instruments. There is a nice center spread with some live, they're not live photos, this is actually photos from the video of, this song was Before the Time. So these are video before the time. Yeah, this is a 12-page booklet. So again, lots of lyrics and liner notes and whatnot. So yeah, it came out real nice. Real happy with it. Rox Records does not do the collector's cards inserts. They do the gold discs as retroactive, and Girder do, but they are not doing they're not taking part in the collector's card series. So there is no collector's card in this. And then follow up to that, the fourth album, Released Upon the Earth. Again, I've not popped it because I just got this in the mail yesterday. I haven't even heard it. I actually have heard it because I get to hear the WAV files before they go to manufacturing. So I actually have heard the remastering on this. It's been remastered and it sounds fantastic. Again, with the gold border on one side, but it's got the full album cover on the other side, so you can display either one in the case. Some memorabilia, lyrics. This one's got. They actually did tour on this album, so there's lots of cool photos of the band touring. Some of these guys actually played on the album too. Not all of them did, but Johnny Vasquez, the drummer up here in the right there, he actually did play on this album. And then George Ochoa, of a Deliverance fame, actually toured on this album too. I don't think he played on this album. I think Jimmy Brown might have played some leads on this album under the name Simon Dog. Lyrics. I like lyrics to be readable. There are graphics in the background if you look very closely, but it's very muted. I prefer it that way. That's the way I design things. Why? Because reading it is more important to me than having a pretty picture there or a fancy font that you can't read, or having everything crammed in as a font so small that you have to get a magnifying glass out to read it. No, that's just poor design in my opinion. Good design, you should be able to figure out a way to make it readable and look good, and that's kind of what I try to do here, and I think it came out well. I'm really happy with it. So, gold disc, again, roxrecords.com if you're interested in that one. And then finally this one. I haven't heard this one. I know nothing about it other than I did the graphics for it. This is Iron 501. I did not do the cover art on it. I just did the layout and the design, and I just basically based the design off the cover that was provided. So there's the cover. And this thing is all about American history. Again, I haven't really heard it, so I can't tell you what it sounds like. I've heard it's just straightforward hard rock, heavy metal, but like I said, I haven't heard it. Dale Thompson of Bride fame does he's guest vocalist on here, so he does all the tracks. But the booklet came out nice. It's an 8-page booklet. There are no band photos, just a ton of lyrics. Like I said, it's all about history, so there is a ton of lyrics in here. But yeah, it came out nice. I'm really happy with it. Iron 501 on Rox Records. Rafael Tavares is the guy who did the cover. And you may recognize that name. He also did the recent Bride, Here Is Your God cover. Alright, getting into one more. This is Brutal Planet Records, and this one is only on vinyl. It was not repressed on CD because there was already plenty of CDs out there, but this is Power Metal of Gods and Monsters. This is fantastic power metal. I really like this record. The funny thing is I had the CD for a while. I liked the CD, but then I found out it was coming out on vinyl. I started doing the graphics, so I started listening to it more. And then I got the updated remastered files to listen to for the record, and I was listening to them digitally on my computer, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is way better than I remember it being. I don't know what it is about the remaster, but it just really brought something out about it. It made it just more special than it was before. As you can see, it's got kind of an all-star lineup on there. Let me see if I can get that. There you go. So you've got Kevin Gucher, ex-Omen, Joey Tafoya, ex-Jag Panzer, Dean Castanova, of course, recently of the Dead Daisies, but he's been in lots of different bands, including Journey. And then Tim Gaines of Striper on bass. Yeah, this is just straightforward heavy metal, power metal, lots of guitar shred, but not to the point of the suffering for the songs. So it's not a bunch of riffs for guitar soloing over. It's real solid power metal with fantastic hooks and great vocals, and it's not straight double bass all the way through either. Obviously, Dean Castanova is not the speed metal king of drumming. It's actually much better than that. So, Of Gods and Monsters, they actually are working on their newer album. Let me show you the vinyl on this one. The vinyl came out real nice. It is in a black polyline sleeve. It is on, I said, it's on Brutal Planet Records, which is available from boonsoverstock.com. So custom center rings. This is a deep red translucent vinyl. It does have a lyric insert and a 24 by 24 inch poster. So let me show you both. So here's your lyric insert. Pictures of the band. And then this giant 24 by 24 poster with obviously the band's logo and pictures of the band. So very cool. I'm really happy with how this one came out. Excuse me. Drop the poster. This one is available on red vinyl and black vinyl. So here's the red vinyl. It comes with a red. The only difference, really, other than the color of the vinyl, is the color of the sticker, which is black on this one and red on the other. So, Of Gods and Monsters, Sons of Armageddon, power metal on Brutal Planet Records. So that's my NoLifeTilMetal graphics update. I hope you appreciate that. If you're interested in any of those bands, do check out the stores that sell them, and I will put links below. I'm not here trying to sell their music. I'm just trying to show you the graphics that I work on, and just because I get excited about that kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys don't, but I do appreciate everybody who comments and lets me know what they think. And even I get negative comments sometimes, but usually they're respectful. And I think you should have done this. I think you should have done that. Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with people giving their opinions. So anyhow, I appreciate all the comments and appreciate all watching. God bless. Stay strong.